Okay, as I was saying, this is what we call the universal set. This is always represented outside the rectangular box. Now, I want to define in this particular diagram what is my universal set. Okay, I would like to include all integers. Okay, and the integers must be between 1 to 11. Alright, I would like to be all integers, they will be between 1 to 11. Alright, so any integer in between 1 to 11 must be found inside the universal set. Okay, but now I have some breakdown. I have what I call set A, I have what I call set B, and this is your job right now. Set A, okay, comprised of all the prime numbers. Okay, set B, factors of 12. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute. Please fill in all the set A, B, and universal set inside this particular box now. Tiffany count. Let's get started. Okay, this is the first part in terms of filling in the element. Oh my God! Razil asked, factors of 12, are they 12, 24, 36?
Yes. It is. Remain. Yep.
Those are multiples of 12, Razil.
Okay.
Those are multiple. The factors of 12 are numbers which can divide by 12 and leave no remainder. Hello, I'm doing the revision with you. I think it after today you are good with Venn and sets, Venn diagram and sets. No need to draw a perfect circle. Who can draw a perfect circle here? Says who? Who say must draw a perfect circle?
Take one you.
Can overlap or not? That's a very good question. Only when they share certain elements, they will overlap. This is not the way I want you to do. Okay? First thing, there are a few things you can do. Alright? One thing, can I list out all the elements in A? What are all the elements? Now I'm going to list out all the elements in A first. Okay? All the elements in A. Fazana, can you tell me all the elements in A? Which are the prime numbers I can list out? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Any more? Okay, by the way, what are prime numbers? Divided by 1 itself exactly, and more importantly, there must only be 2 factors, 1 and itself. Why is 1 not a prime number? Because 1 only has 1 factor. Okay? So these are the elements. If you are told to list out the elements of A. Now, I want the elements of B now. Which are the elements in B? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Any more? 12? Why not 12? Okay, because in our universal set we already agree only up to 11. If you put 12, 2 marks already gone. Now, the next thing is I will always consider whether there are any overlap of the element. Any common elements here? Yes or no?
Yes.
What are the common elements? Okay, there's 2. There's 3. Any more other common elements? Okay, because there are common elements, it means that there is an overlap. If there are no common elements, then it will be 2 distinct circles. So now I will draw my circle. Label this as A, label this as B. Now, where do I put my number element 1? Where do I put element 1?
Outside.
Outside?
Outside
Outside here? Take a look. Element 1 lies in where? B. But it doesn't lie in A. That means so long as it's in B, not inside A, good enough. Okay? Number 2 is found in both. So I put it in the middle, both in A and B. Number 3 is in both. Number 4 is in B. Number 5 is in A. Number 6 is in B. Number 7 is in A. I cannot find number 8. Where should I put number 8? Outside the 2 circle. Not outside the box. The box is the universal set. So it comprises all the integers from 1 to 11. If you put outside the box, it's wrong. Outside the circle is correct because it does not lie in A, neither does it lie in B. Where should I put my number 9? Where should I put number 9? Outside the circle as well. You can put it here, you can put it up there, up to you. Where should I put number 10? Outside as well. And then followed by 11 inside A. This will be a correct representation. But the moment you put a comma here, you put a comma here, or you put a comma here, I will deduct 1 mark. You are just supposed to list the element inside the Venn diagram itself. You are not supposed to put comma. You only put comma when you need to list out all the elements in this set itself. Okay? Question so far. This is a very simple representation. Anyone has problem? Now, what happens if I give you this? What are multiples of 12? Just now we do factors of 12. What are multiples of 12? What are multiples of 12?
12, 24, 36.
Thank you. 12, 24, 36, 48. Are they inside my universal set?
No.
So how should I, if I need to list out, how should I list out?
Don't list out.
You don't list out, you get 0 marks. How should I list out? There must be something here. There are 2 ways of representing it. Can we stand? Very hungry, ah? Okay, your girl can already. You won't be so hungry. How should I list out?
Outside the box. Outside the box.
Empty set, thank you.
Whoa.
You also still list out using a curly bracket, but don't write anything inside. Okay? This is what we call empty set. There is another way. Mister, I saw you doing it just now. What do you do? I've got a line there. It's not a line there, but it's 0 with a stripe. Both this means empty set. No need to be so careful, need to write both. Okay, so the moment if they ask to list out something, but it's not found inside the universal set, you still need to list out, but you put this as empty. But the common error is most students, what do? You put 0. You put 0 is wrong. Where do you put 0? I'm going to show you when you need to count the number of elements. How to count the number of elements now? When you put an n outside the universal set, you are telling me you need to count the number of elements inside the universal set. Make a good guess, how many are there? From 1 to 11? 11, huh? How many elements are there in set A?
5.
Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many elements are there in set B?
5.
5. How many elements are there in set C? 0. So this is the difference. This is what we call empty set. There are 0 elements inside set C itself. So when they ask you to state, you need to draw the curly bracket and state all the elements with comma. But if they want you to state the number of elements, you just tell me how many elements are there. So this is a progressive working itself. But I show you everything, of course. My encouragement, always list out all the elements because you definitely have to use something with the elements, be it filling inside the Venn diagram, or if not, okay, you use it for calculation itself. So this is what we call the Venn diagram. Question so far?
Hello.
Yes.
If you draw the circle thing, right, then straight draw
This
the
circle.
No, the empty set.
Oh, this one.
Straight draw the bracket.
Okay, this one cannot draw bracket. It's either you draw curly bracket with nothing inside, or you tell me it's an empty set by drawing a 0 with a slash. Okay? Or these two symbols means empty set. It's the same thing. Either this or this. Okay? Don't give me 2 in 1. All combined together. Still wrong. Okay, good question. Can I ask? Because I introduced set C, there's nothing. Do I need to draw another set C that says nothing? No need. Because set C doesn't even lie inside. Because set C has a multiple of 12. But my universal set stops at 11. So no need to draw set C. Okay? This kind of diagram, very straightforward. I'm not worried. Okay, I'm going to go to the more complicated diagram.